VanCam. This is VanCam you waited for.
Disco Dave, have you got it on? This is going to be epic, man. He's coming round now, Steve. I can see him. Right, over to you, mate. Wham, bam, this is Big Sam. Look again, and now it is a lamb. I'm about to tell y'all who I am. I'm Kev Rashford, and this is VanCam. Woo! Send that shit out of there. How is everybody doing? I hope you're as well as I am. I am Kev Rashford, and this is the not world famous, the slowest growing Manchester United related van type shit YouTube channel. That's me. Oh yeah, and I am so proud of it, and I've hit over 2,100 subscribers. Oh yeah, love it, love it, love it. Let me tell you what's coming up in this week's show really quickly. I'm not going to do all that editing because I basically can't be arsed. So first of all, we will do the not world famous Fellaini watch, where we'll have a look at what he's been at. We'll then get into a big VanCam debate. This week it's on Marcus Rashford. Should he leave Manchester United? Next, we will fly into CockStroker of the week. There's plenty of them about. There's 3 nominations for this week, so I'll put them in an order. We'll look at the Fantasy Football VanCam League, see who's leading that and who's rock bottom. And then we will do your comments. Hope everybody is alright. This video goes out before the Watford match, so obviously we're looking a little bit at that. Watford, what can I tell you about Watford? Watford have Elton John involved. You know him. Are you ready? Are you ready for love? You know he's ready for love. And anybody that has got Elton John involved in their football club can't really be taken seriously. Kev, I can hear you screaming. Kev, you're going to curse it. I won't curse it, because at the end when I put on this hat and shout, come on United, that's all that matters. That is all that matters for me. Hopefully, I think Luke Shaw is injured, but hopefully if there's any chance that he can play. I think he's been United's best player this season. Loads of talk, like I said earlier, about Marcus Rashford. We will get into that. So hang fire for the big VanCam debate. Anyway, I want to start with Fellaini watch. Let's see what he's been at. Some say that Fellaini actually come before the tree, and that all the trees in the world are paying homage to Fellaini. All that we know is he's called Fellaini.
Tomine has it for United. Looking for Fellaini.
This is Fellaini Watch. It's the part of the show where we look at what Fellaini has been at this week. And he's not been at much. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands there. But then Gareth Williams on the old Facebook page, at Kev's VanCam, dropping it in again. Love dropping it in. See what I did there? Anyway, he sent in this picture. It's a picture of Ronald McDonald playing football and Marouane Fellaini. Now the picture is side by side, which, you know, got me thinking, Gareth, mate, I mean, this is harsh. It really is harsh. It's harsh on Ronald Bastard McDonald. Don't put them two people in the same picture. Ronald McDonald's built an empire. You know, a fast food restaurant. You know, he's a multi-millionaire, man. And look, he's obviously got football skills as well, which Fellaini will never have. So in that case, you cannot compare the two. You cannot put them in a picture. So don't send me this kind of shit, because it really winds me up. That's Fellaini Watch. That was Fellaini Watch. Anyway, now let's get into the big VanCam debate. This week it is on Marcus Rashford, but before that, I will obviously give you the poll result from last week, which was, will or would you get rid of Paul Pogba? Let's find out that, and let's set the new poll for this week and get into a bit of a thing that I call the VanCam heated debate. No, it's not. It's the big VanCam debate. It is heated. The big VanCam debate! This is the Big VanCam Debate. Last week's poll was on Paul Pogba. That's because I'm getting to the end of my tether with his antics. The way he starts carrying on, he can do it for France, he did it for Juventus. We're yet to really see the real Paul Pogba, which I find really hard. And the fact that, and at the risk of repeating myself, his agent Mino Raiola is a fat greedy twat. But the question last week was, taking all this into consideration and the fact that Pogba's not actually come out, condemn Mino Raiola, even come out to say, you know, I'm at United, you know, I'm here for the long haul. He's done that Ronaldo thing of saying, who knows in the... He didn't even say the future. He said in a couple of months. So he's obviously looking to January, instigating a move. I asked, would you sell Paul Pogba? 68%. And yes, the Jose iPad is out because I need to know the figures. 68% said, they said yes. So that's telling us a lot of United fans out there are on the same wavelength. 31% said no. There was some people who said, Kev, I would keep him. I hear you, sister, and you've got your opinion, I've got mine. I'm just saying, I think I would keep him at this minute in time, but he's wearing very thin on me, very thin indeed. And because of the fact he's not putting in the shifts, he's not showing us them performances, and he's clearly instigating a move. No player is bigger than the club, so taking that into consideration, I think I've just gone total full turn. In fact, Pogba, do one, dickhead. Bit harsh that probably, but anyway, let's move into this week's debate, which is on Marcus Rashford. Now, there's been loads of bellends out there this week. Stuart Pearce for one. Another one was Jamie Carragher. They get on this little bandwagon because Rashford scored a couple of goals in the international break for England, which brings up this debate. Does he need to leave Old Trafford? He needs to get rid. He needs to get out of that place. He's not getting any game time at all. Marcus Rashford is 20 years old. He's got a better goal scoring ratio at this moment at 20 years old than Cristiano Ronaldo did. He's at the right club. Man United nurture talent. Look at what Sir Alex Ferguson did with Ryan Giggs, with Ronaldo. He didn't just fire them out there in the spotlight. You need a bit of an arm around you, you know, to say, you know, listen here, lad, you know, you're going to be a superstar, but you need to learn your trade. He's learning it at United. What better place? He's training with Lukaku every day. Previously, he's trained with Ibrahimovic, you know, all fantastic players. He's 20 years old, but this typical England shit that comes out in the tabloids all the time, they always build up these players really high. Now, I'm not doubting that Marcus Rashford is a great talent. I think he's going to be a world-class player. He should stay at United. But you get people like Stuart Pearce going, I think he needs to... I know it's a bit of a shit accent, you know, I'll just do it in a Jamaican. He needs to get out of there, you know. It's not even Jamaican, is it? He basically said he needs to get out of United for the sake of his England career. Yeah, we'll let go one of the best talents in world football just to help England out. Don't think so, sunshine. Jamie Carragher backs it up. Think he needs to go out on loan. Yeah, he's not going out on loan, mate. And I know that Jesse Lingard did well when he went out to, was it Brighton at the time? Ripped it up there, come back stronger. Players like Bex in the early 90s or whatever went out to Preston, did that. The question, taking in all that shit that I just spewed out of this beautiful mouth of mine, is, would or should we let Rashford go? I'm going to be really surprised if people say yes, but you'll have your opinion, to let me know. You might let, you know, your head overrule your heart and say, do you know what, Kev? Rashford, love him to bits and that, but he needs to go out. And this could be on loan or sell him. So if you're going to say yes, let him go, I'll take either of them into consideration. So should United let Rashford go? So that could be loan or a transfer. There is no sitting up on that fence. It's a simple yes or a no. I'll tell you something. I did science at school, and the closer to the sun that you get, the more chance you've got of them UV light rays, whatever it is, burning you. And that's bad for your skin. So if you're sat up on that fence, you're a lot closer to the sun than you would be if you made a decision and you're down on deck saying yes or no, other side of the fence. Cast your vote now. Click the button up here I will let you know the result next week. Thank you very much. That's the Big VanCam Debate done for another week.
The Big VanCam Debate.
That was the Big VanCam Debate. Make sure you get involved because it does proper get on my tits every time Marcus Rashford comes back from international duty that this debate should rise its head. So let's try and settle it. Make sure you get involved in the poll. Next, we're going to slide in to... I've lost it now. We're going to slide into CockStroker of the week. Let's find out who's took the #1 spot home for this week. I've compiled the top 3, so let's get into that shit. Oh yeah!
CockStroker of the week.
Bonjour and welcome. Bonjour, if anyone don't know French, that means hello. Bonjour and welcome to another section of CockStroker of the week. There's loads of them out there and this week is no different because I've actually got and compiled a top 3. So in reverse order, number 3. Number 3 this week is a first because it's somebody that's actually watching VanCam. It's a VanCam regular that has managed for the first time ever to get into the top 3. So fair play and let me explain. And a big thanks to @DirtyDunks who sent in the nomination. The nomination, oh god, I'm losing it, man. The nomination this week is for Andrew Glass, and this is simple. It's because Dirty Dunks sent me a message over, and Andrew Glass was away on holiday, basically got arrested for walking down the street. What do we think he had under his arm? You know, oh god, Kev, it must be bad, it must be bad. It was a rooster! I swear, and I shit you not, the message coming from Dirty Dunks, it was a snapshot of a conversation where Andrew Glass said, got blinded and thought it would be funny to steal a rooster. This is my type of guy. I love him, love him. He said, went down with the rooster under my arm in the strip. Cops pulled in and said, is that a fucking rooster under your arm? Wife, not impressed. He spent the night in the cell. He said, thankfully, they let him go. The wife, obviously, not impressed. And who wouldn't be? But what I will say, Dirty Dunks obviously nominated you, Mr. Glass. I was very tempted not to put you in because this is the stuff that legends are made of. Your wife will get over it. One day you'll be able to laugh at it. And what a story, man. Bowling in the pub, lads, you know, everybody be buying you drink, you know, sit down, I've got a story to tell you here. I was arrested for carrying a rooster under my arm down the strip. It's just brilliant, man. This shit, you couldn't make it up. They'll make a film about this one day. And for that reason, you are number 3. Number 2 this week. Number 2 is simple. I did mention him before. It's Jamie Carragher, basically for suggesting that Marcus Rashford may need to leave Man United, you know, to further his career, further his England career. Bollocks to England. Leave him where he is. He's at the right place. Jose Mourinho will nurture it. Don't know what this is. Like they're playing the bagpipes or something. That must mean, I don't know what it is. Do you know what? Jamie Carragher's number 2 basically for suggesting that Marcus Rashford needs to leave Man United. And it's because he's a silly Scouse knobhead. Loves spitting at people. Yeah. And basically just because of that. Basically because it's Scouse sabotage. Leave us alone. Deal with your own team, you silly Scouse gobshite. And number 1 this week for CockStroker of the week. Number 1 this week is Tottenham and France captain Hugo Lloris, who was this week pleaded guilty to drink driving. This come 60 odd days after France lifted the World Cup. Apparently police pulled him over. He was swerving around cars, nearly hit them, jumped a red light, and when they opened the door there was sick on the floor. They had to literally drag him out or help him out of the vehicle. I've got no time for drink drivers, and that's why it's quite a serious CockStroker of the week, but there was no way anything was going to beat this. He was in court this week. He's pleaded guilty. He's been fined £50,000. Some people believe that's too much. I mean, it's 50 grand a lot for a Premier League footballer who earns millions. You know, it's a bit of a drop in the ocean, really. If anything, he probably should have been should have been charged more money or fined more money. Hugo Lloris got in that car knowing he was absolutely shit-faced. And the thing is, drink drivers don't take into consideration or respect the fact that there's innocent people, you know, of the public just walking about. He could have killed someone. And I know it sounds, that's the extreme end of the scale. But if he hadn't have been pulled over, you know, God knows what he could have done or what he could have gone on to do. Thankfully for him, he was obviously pulled over. He's been fined. He won't be driving for a couple of years. Thank fuck for that. Yeah, no time for drink drivers, and for that reason, Hugo Lloris is the CockStroker of the week.
CockStroker of the week.
Woo, moody music, but I like it. That was CockStroker of the week, done and dusted for another week. The first one, obviously Hugo Lloris took the spot. I know it was quite a serious CockStroker of the week, but on the lighter side, fair play to Andrew Glass, and thanks very much for Dirty Dunks for nominating him. If you've got anyone you want to nominate, make sure you send it in. Now we're going to wrap up and end with your comments. This is the section of the show where you shower of sarcastic bastards get your say on anything. Mainly, it could be to do with taking the piss out of me. Could be to do with football. Who knows? We'll find out now! Right, before we do your comments, Dave Birtwistle did say in the comment section last week that he wanted an update on the VanCam Fantasy Football League table. So, let's just do this shit. So, loads of people, lots of new entries have come into it a bit late. Sorry about that, but it's your own fault for missing the bus as it was, you know, taking off. But you got on it. You're on it anyway. Top of the league, top of the table is Ivory Toast, Martin Cox, mate of mine. He's number one. He's always number one. Him. Keely Johnson, number 2. Morning Wood, Nicky G is number 3. Right Said Fred, Jared Murray in at 4. More interesting, and where am I? Yeah, of course, it's all about me. Where the hell am I? I don't even know where I am. Don't know. Anyway, at the bottom, CockStroker of the week. That's the name of the footy team. Adrian Smith might be a bit harsh. He might have actually come into the VanCam Premier League a bit late on, so obviously his score's not going to be as good. But as if his week couldn't get any worse, being arrested for having a rooster under his arm, nearly sent home from his holiday abroad. Andrew Glass, Little Bird AFC in at number 33 on 124 points. I've made an interesting change this week. I'm not going to tell you about it, of course I'm not, but Mohamed Salah's been taken out. Somebody else has come in. I'm trying to make points up because everyone seems to have Mohamed Salah, so we'll see how that works next week. Knowing me, it will go absolutely tits up. Anyway, let's do your comments. Mint. This is the end of the show. This is the part where we do your comments. Okie dokie, Philoki, here we go. It is time, another week, another time for you lot to shine from the comment section. These are taken from everything: Twitter, Facebook, Tinder, plenty of fish, all that shit. Anyway, Dave Conreen, the Wythenshawe Raver, was in and he had his say on Paul Pogba. This is because last week we did the big VanCam debate and it was, would you get rid of Pogba? Dave the Rave is saying, if any player, including Paul Pogba, doesn't want to play for the biggest club in the world, he is obviously not Manchester United Football Club material and doesn't deserve to grace our historically rich red shirt. Very wise words from a very wise man. And a lot of people will agree with that. In fact, in the comment section of the YouTube, the last video, a lot of people were, a lot of love for that comment, and I like that because it's from the heart, Dave. Hope you're well, sunshine. Dave Birtwistle, VanCam legend. In fact, that's what he's picking me up on, because Birtwistle said, no mention of me. You once referred me as Bastard Birtwistle. Also do a fantasy football update. I've done that because you asked for it, and I did mention a few names last week. I was going on about the likes of Mr. Glass, you know, Dirty Dunks, Valindingham, you know, all the Alex Rudd, and I did miss out Bastard Birtwistle. So there you do get your mention. You are in there, the Hall of Fame. We just keep you away, because sometimes, you know, you need a backhander. You know, when you come out, you're a bit abusive. You're back off, Bert Whistle bastard. Anyway, Alex Rudd, funnily enough, was next in and said, I don't get why your channel is not bigger. You should challenge someone to a boxing fight. I think Mark from United Stand would be a good candidate. Great idea. In fact, if there's one way of going viral or getting them views up, it would be to do some shit like this. So I take any criticism, take any comments, and they go up there in the box. So I will message Mr. Goldbridge and say, oh yeah, Sunshine, do you want some? And see what he has to say to that. Maybe I can do one of them diss videos. In fact, I'm head full of magic here. So many opportunities. Them gypsy travelling, you know, diss videos do really well. Maybe I can do one in the yard at work, calling Mark Goldbridge out. Huh, that probably will go viral. All the work I put into VanCam and something I could go, you want some, Goldbridge, you little prick? Come on, I'll box you in the car park round the back of Showcase. I hear you've been dissing and calling me, huh? Yeah, I could do that. I'm taking that one. Yeah, and Goldbridge, if you're watching, watch yourself, Sunshine. Because things are going to get really bad. Sion Jones said, get rid of Pogba. This was on the Pogba thing. He and his vile agent are poison. Got to agree with that. Sir Alex Ferguson knew this first time round. Pogba has done nothing to justify his fee or wages since we've had him. Obviously, it has no pride or loyalty to the United badge. I honestly reckon the team would be or will be better without him. Harsh comment. Everyone has an opinion, but at this moment in time, who would you rather have in your team? Paul Pogba, who's thinking about playing with Lionel Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo, wherever he wants to go, or somebody who's going to fight, you know, give 100%, knows what the shirt's all about and the badge. I ain't got a badge there, so that doesn't really work. Stay Clint said, Kev, I love it when you pretend you're driving around in your studio van. Looks so genuine. Pogba, I want to contract but put in reserves forever. You know what? He'd poison the reserves. And on this thing that everybody keeps saying that this is a studio, it is not a studio. And when I'm driving, I'm not on one of them, like, what do you call it, you know, things where the wheels are moving but I'm not actually going anywhere and there's like things moving in the background. Kev can't afford that shit. And when I mentioned the other week that I moved house, somebody was like, oh, Kev's doing well for himself, innit? Just consider this, right? Look at this. If Kev was doing well for himself, do you think I would be rocking a Casio, a 1980s Casio? Yeah? Now that's an original, that. I'd be rocking a Jacob & Co. or a Rolex, man, if I was rocking it. Maybe one day. We'll just watch this space, yeah? But for now, the Casio's served me well. It's never let me down. It's even got a stopwatch on it. Has a Rolex? No. Ashley Bryant said, that's the best cheeky bastard section ever. This was because last week, a couple of lookalikes come in. One of them was Spud from Train Spotting, which I took huge offence. The cheeky bastard, whoever it was, I can't even remember it. David Grace said, Luke Shaw has been our player of the season so far. He's been outstanding. Did say that earlier on. Totally agree with it. The only thing that bothers me with that, I mean, since Sir Alex Ferguson left, we've had David De Gea, who's been, you know, player of the season year after year after year. I want one of these, so many attacking talents, and I thought Lukaku could have maybe got it last season. We're United, aren't we? You know, defenders, goalkeepers getting player of the season, being the best players. Come on. You know what I'm getting at as well. Mark Collins said, congratulations on hitting 2.1 followers or subscribers, mate. Keep putting up this gold. You are going to go viral one day soon. I will, when I do my gypsy rant, you know, in the yard, when I'm calling out Goldbridge and the United Stand. I'm going to take a lot of them on. And if you believe that, you'll believe anything. New one to the VanCam was Craig Nicholas Kavanagh, who on the Facebook page at Kev's VanCam, look, dropping it in again. Ooh, drops it in. Nobody even notices it's in there. Craig Nicholas Kavanagh said, hi Kev, love your show on YouTube. Look forward to it every Friday. Thanks very much. All the best to you, and all the best to you too, Sunshine. Thanks very much for watching. It makes my day. I'm glad it makes your day. Last one is to somebody who once spotted me in Harrogate and nearly had a heart attack. It's Solomon Orison, who said, quality as per Kev. Can you give a shout out to Matty Carr, who has finished his job and is moving out of Harrogate and moving to Wales? All the best from the Century Raiders. Well, Matty Carr, this is your shout out, sunshine, and good luck in Wales. Don't know what part of Wales it is. Funnily enough, I'm off to Wales next month myself. I go to a little town called Bala. It is absolute carnage, man. There is a pub, a shop, there's a big lake. Get bored of walking around that a bit, but it's probably too cold swimming as well. But there's a hot tub at the lodge. You just sit in that and drink beer all day. Now, anyone who's going to argue with me and say, Kev, you know, and some people say you used to be proper rock and roll, you Kev. If that doesn't say that I still am and I've still not lost it, I don't know what the hell, you know, what the hell does or has. Right, it's Watford. Watford this weekend. I think it's R5 on the Saturday. So if you're watching the video after this, then Man United will have beaten Watford. That's how confident I am. I am really, really confident. Yeah, Watford have won the first 4 games on the trot, but we're Man United. Man United are rocking into town. The Red Army in the stands will be, hey, all this, whatever it is, bit of shouting, bit of singing and all that shit, loads of drinking. But I'm really, really confident. And you can play this back after it. United will win. And if it doesn't, loads of people will make little clips of it. And maybe then I'll go viral. This is where I'm going wrong. This is what I need to do. But I'm still doing the Irish Gypsy call out this video. Watch this space, yeah? And watch your back, Matt Goldbridge, yeah? Right. For United this weekend, it's time for the boys to start stepping up. We need to put a run of games together, man. I'm fed up of losing games. I've forgotten what it was like to win until we beat them six-fingered, sister-interfering hound dogs from Burnley 2-0. A good result, that. Proper happy with it. So for United, at the weekend, just have a check around, because if anyone sees me shouting this, the police will get called, might get sectioned. And I'll be like, no, I'm on the air, yeah, whatever, sunshine. I'll be like Hannibal Lecter. They'll have one of them things round me, a mouth guard, and I'll be going, it's BIG VanCam, let me go. And they'll be like, he's mad. You know, they'll strap me to the bed and all that. We're going deep down. We're going deep, deep down. As Brian Harvey once said, 317. Yeah, we're going deep. Oh, yeah, we're still on. Right, for United. Come on, United! Whee! Yeah! I said you love